I was born in Jerusalem and I came to Montreal for a mission, it was educational mission. And I got a letter from the Rebbe stating that I have to be active in helping the community.
Rabbi Cohen started a group of Hebrew speakers, and they started a Chabad house for Hebrew speakers, and he asked me to join him, and so we did.
We started to work in all the directions. We gave lectures, we made different workshops, classes. At the same time, we fed people. We had every Shabbat 40-50 people. Then we saw it's not enough, and a lot of these people did not have any place, Shabbat meal and so on. So it created a community. Then it became too small, so when we went to look for a place. The plaza then was ready to give us, but not putting in a penny, we have to build it. So we all together went together and we made it happen. We built it Mada then. And that actually made a complete different change.
I was impressed with that small space, what they did. They had furniture, they had clothing, they had food all over the place. And I said, where do you get your food from? He says, generous companies give us the food, and we prepare it, and we feed the people. I was really, really impressed the first time I went in.
And then we realized that there's so much stuff that companies have to give, but you need an infrastructure in order to handle that. You need pallets, you need space. And then comes a little young boy who's starting a company. His name is David Merovitz. I think he's sitting there in the crowd right now. And he comes with his friends and some people from the company, and they pulled a racking system, and all of a sudden we have space for 50 pallets. Can you imagine? Right now the warehouse has 2,500 pallets in stock. But back then 50 pallets was a huge thing.
Everything was done with a volunteering and family-oriented environment. And actually that was the base of the model of Mada. Everyone is a family member. If you're a donor, if you're a volunteer, if you're a recipient.
Something special we see at Mada is when receivers can become givers very easily. They have to give of their time and their talent, and they come with their families, and they can give so easily back to the community of what the community gave them through Mada.
Volunteering at Mada is the best therapy. A lot of people think that coming as a volunteer means only giving. But believe me, volunteering at Mada helps you as much as it's helping the others.
I started volunteering for Mada, it was back in 2010. They were about to start the Shabbat to Share program, and they were looking for coordinators for the program to coordinate the volunteers, the drivers to come to do the deliveries every week at Mada.
So we have our devoted volunteers, but will come every Thursday evening, deliver a beautiful Shabbat to Share box, so the client feels he's not alone.
A wonderful packaged Shabbat meal complete with challah, candles, wine, and a hot meal and salads, and they then go and deliver it to the recipients.
So me and my dad go to this one apartment complex every week, to the point where some people we know them by name, we talk to them, we tell them when Mada events are going to happen. They become more of our friends than just people we serve.
And slowly we developed and computerized the whole system where people can actually make choices of their basket.
They make the order online, and when it comes, there's only a number on the boxes, and from the window, they put it into the car.
And right now, if a person comes to Mada and he has a family of 4, they can choose up to $1,000 worth of products to change completely their budget per month. $1,000 per month of help, that's $12,000 a year of increasing a person's budget. It's like magic. You take $100 from a donor pocket and flip it into $1,000 worth of product into somebody's house.
Give security to the families that they can build the budget according to what we get. So we work with a system to have the items constantly, so the families can have their budget according to that.
About 3 years ago, we get a notice from our landlord after 20-something years in Plaza Côte des Neiges that our lease is no longer for renewal. And this time it seemed like a wall we can't climb. We were scrambling all over the place to find a place, and our back then president, David Merovitz, spotted a sign on the carry, and when we heard the amount that they wanted for this building, we cringed. We said, this is impossible. How are we going to come up with $3.2 million in order to buy a building on the carry? The first donation that we got for the building was from Sam Gwartz. He said, I'll commit to build a lobby in the front in order to turn this building handicap accessible. This building turned out to be a blessing from heaven because it's so centrally located, because it's so easy for the clients to come. It's a very dignified area. So we were so fortunate for Robert Kleiman to bring in Andrew Harper for a visit in Mada. He said, yes, this is how I want my wife's name to be remembered, Carol, by a building that all that he does is focus on chesed, on doing goodness and kindness to the world.
We know that we have a mission in Montreal, poverty and loneliness. And we reached for now, yes, it's thousands, but only 20%. We established, we secured 5,000 lives and more, but there's more, another 15,000, but still needs us. We have to reach them.